What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha. Nice to meet you all. Getting here because we've got quite a bit to get on into. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about P Diddy It today. Yes, you heard that correctly, P Diddy It, aka Brother Love, aka Sean Diddy Combs, aka Brother Love, aka the guy who has a sex addiction, is a monster, and has plenty of devilish ways and English, and deserves to be behind bars. Got him out of breath. Take my breath away. Anyways, guys, I want to start off by saying that I don't enjoy these Diddy videos. I don't enjoy having to look at photos of him. I think there's literally nothing behind the eyes. I don't enjoy having to go on Google search and find pictures of him. It isn't pleasant for me, just gonna be completely honest with you. There isn't much life behind his face. I don't get it at all. But you know what, for the sake of this conversation, for the sake of just updating the conversations that we've been having on the channel, here I am. We're going to do this a little bit differently. I'm just going to kiki with you guys. Well, not kiki, but like obviously chat to you guys like I'm chatting to a friend. Like, girl, did you hear about this? You know, just get into some things. I'm going to be just check out my take. Let me know what you think of it. Also comment down below what you guys think about this whole, you know, Diddy situation. Let's start. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, let's get started. So Diddy was arrested. He pled not guilty and he has been denied bail, okay? And that's happened in the space of like, what, 48 hours, okay? I'm just so thankful that in New York, they allow cases that even occurred 10, 15, 20, even more than that, like years ago. There's a lot of places in which they see cases and they're like, you know what? There isn't much we can do about it. This was years ago. Like, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people, stories who get turned down and don't, you know, receive the justice they deserve simply based on time. So I'm really happy that in New York, they take that issue seriously and they're more than willing to investigate. And that's what's happening. I think more information is going to come out when it comes to Diddy. I think there's more victims. Because the thing is, I think a lot of people think it's just Cassie, or they think it's just, you know, the 1 or 2, 3 or 4 people. There are several cases of people who have had encounters with Diddy that weren't pleasant, that were nasty. Okay? I know we constantly talk about these freak-offs and stuff, but what I wasn't even aware of is the fact that these freak-offs will take place for hours and hours and hours and hours, and that's why they would use so much, I can't say it otherwise I get demonetized, I'm just going to spell it out, D-R-U-G-S. It will take so much of that so that they can, you know, keep going, and it was against their will. For Diddy, it was something that was entertaining. He would just sit back and just watch a lot of these male sex workers and the victims in these situations as well, just do whatever it is that they were doing for his own pleasure. And I think it's so disgusting. And one thing that I do want to say is it's tough to be honest about sexuality, especially when you are in the hip-hop sphere. I understand that, you know, people look at it like, whoa, especially when he was first, you know, at the peak of his career, when he was doing his thing and back in the 90s to 2000s. I understand it was a completely different time, but times are changing. It's different. I think more and more people are more accepting. It doesn't mean everyone's going to be accepting, unfortunately, but I think there is a lot, I can imagine there's a lot of freedom when you're truly living life for you and being completely honest. And I think that he is at least bisexual, and I think that's okay. There is too much that I've seen and heard in which I'm like, you know what, I'm sure P. Diddy swings that way, and sure, keep on swinging, like, love that for you, with consent, of course. And that's the thing with P. Diddy, there is no consent here. He is a monster. There is no life behind the eyes, and the only people I feel sorry for in these situations is the victims, you know, because yes, they can see this guy go down, because I truthfully feel like he will. I think there's just so much out there, and I think there's even more that is gonna be coming out. And you know, I don't think these officers are playing. I think that there are several cases here, and people do not play when it comes to the sex trafficking at all. Like, that alone is enough to send this man down, but there's other things that he has done as well. I do feel sorry for the kids too. Now, when I mean the kids, I'm going to point out the 2 kids, and I'm going to talk about the girls. The little young girls, I feel sorry for them. They have absolutely no clue what was going on. They're just living their lives, playing dress up and flipping, building sandcastles, okay? I feel sorry for the little young ones. Now, when it comes to the boys, I don't know too much about Quincy. I don't think that he's really, like, out there like that. I don't know too much about him, but I've heard some horror things, and I could have sworn that Justin Combs at least was mentioned in one of the lawsuits. I think maybe Cassie's lawsuit or something. I can't remember his role in it, but he is definitely aware of what his father gets up to. And I think that we need to start questioning the people around him, the associates of Diddy. It's one thing to take down the monster, but take down the associates who are aware of certain things, who helped him get certain things, who were in on certain things. You know, I feel like he used his boys to, you know, get people like Diddy loves younger women, okay? A lot of people in Hollywood don't go for people their own age. They go for people who are young and thriving or young and hot because they look good on my arm, you know? I think that he would get his kids to bring hot people, young people to these parties. And yes, they were like celebrity parties and stuff, but they were also, I'm sure, influencer parties, just regular schmegular 20-something-year-olds attending these parties and being like, yeah, I want to go because it's Diddy. And it's like, bruh, for me personally, maybe it's because I wasn't really around at this time. I wasn't even thought of, planned, conceived, or any of that. I could appreciate someone's hard work, but then again, it's like, what is the hard work though? Because I don't know whether a lot of you guys have done your digging. I understand that this case is something which can be triggering for some people, and that's completely fine and understandable. But if we're talking about the hard work and stuff, I'm sure he's done X, Y, and Z, and I'm sure that, yeah, it does require a level of who you know and making certain business moves. But he has literally stepped on so many people. He has literally stolen people's vocals without their permission, put them on songs without their permission, which is his favorite thing to do, by the way. No consent. He has literally dangled carrots in front of people's faces, sold people a dream, and that's how he was able to make it to the top, selling people a dream and a fantasy. For me, Diddy's not my cup of tea, babes. Genuinely not my cup of tea at all. I don't get the hype. I don't understand any of it. I feel like if there was a collab of Diddy ever, I didn't like Diddy's verse. I'm just gonna keep it real. Even one of his biggest songs, I'll Be Missing You, was not his actual song. So it's like, what can I really applaud the guy for? Even when it comes to his alcohol brands or him being the face of like Revolt and stuff like that, like, you weren't that special if they had to let you go. Like, you don't technically own it. There's shares in that, you know? But Diddy for so long would make it seem like, oh no, I was this, I'm the one who came up with this. No, they just slapped your face all over it like a flipping influencer. But in your mind, you're not the influencer though. You're the one who invented it. Diddy has this ego, which is like, he thinks he can't be touched. But babes, you've been touched. Your hands are behind bars. You're locked up. And that's where you need to stay. People are not talking about the fact that this guy literally has a sex addiction. And it's something in which people are just brushing over. I'm sure that he's had plenty of chances to fix up and make a change, because that kind of lifestyle is not one you want to be living. But I can imagine that when you're in them Hollywood hills, when you're in those mansions, penthouses, and you have access to so much things and women, it is going to get crazy. It shouldn't, and there's no excuse for that, because I think that in many cases it wouldn't get to that. But for someone like Diddy, who probably, for me personally, I feel like Diddy probably got no girls or boys, because I think he swings that way too. Love that for him. But does he love that for him? Clearly not. He's doing a lot of things discreetly, and I understand these things, but I'm just saying that live in your truth, bro. Like, start there. Live in your truth, you know? Because now we as the public are looking at these lawsuits and hearing people make these claims and everything, and we're just like, sorry, what? The whole Meek Mill Diddy thing, literally, I'm shookity shook till this day. I'm like, bitch, what? I'm like, say it again, please. You know? There's a lot of odd things happening, things that I'm like, don't add up when it comes to this. It's like, what? But I'm also not in that much disbelief, to be honest. I think a lot of people who grew up listening to him are kind of like defending him a little bit more. I've seen that from the conversations happening online, specifically on X. But I think there's just been so much that's happened with him that you cannot deny, even if you tried. I mean, with the whole Cassie situation, and even just simply from that video, like, I didn't need to see the video. The lawsuit was enough for me. I think it was like 30 pages, right? Which is absolutely insane. That lawsuit was enough for me, and she probably didn't even spill everything, just what she felt I could do in that moment, okay? That lawsuit was absolutely insane, you know? We got into it, we touched upon it on this channel, but then the video comes out, right? And I have so many questions, like, the people who worked at the hotel, they were clearly paid and received hush money. Like, we need to investigate them too. Well, not we, I mean, it's not my job, but like, I would love to see that happen too. Like, bribery, you know, you inciting this, you basically encouraging it and making it seem like it's okay, because you guys can see the CCTV from the room, let alone the hotel lobby. So what was the excuse there? I also have plenty of questions, is like, because then Diddy's trying to flip it and make it seem like, oh, Cassie was cheating on him. He found out she was hitting him first, so he hit her back. No, I don't know anyone who's buying that personally. Diddy can try and pick at different things, but maybe it's not going to work, because you are literally the villain in this story. And it doesn't matter how you try to flip it, bop it, twerk it, or spin that ish around, babes. It's all you, and you have to hold yourself accountable. You're not exempt from prison. You're not. And I think for so long he's thought that, oh, I'm untouchable. It can never be me. Baby, it will be you. And it was gonna be you at some point. Now, I didn't know when. Truthfully, I didn't think it'll be this year, but Cat Williams said it the best. This is the year, okay? This is the year of the takedown. This is the year where celebrities are going to get exposed, and we've seen that. If you guys keep up the channel, then you know we see that, okay? If you do the crime, bitch, be prepared to do the time, and you've done several crimes, all right? They had also found, like, pink powder in his hotel. In his house. They found sorry, did I say 100? Excuse my French, excuse my language, babes. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Now, I'm going to touch back on my point of the sex addiction. This guy is somebody who has seen a lot, done a lot, and wants to keep on going. I'm just so thankful that he's behind bars, and I truthfully hope that he stays there, because that way he will not bring any harm to anyone's life. And that's just the truth, okay? I can imagine for victims, they are happy that some sort of justice is happening. Now, again, these kind of cases take time, so we will see, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated, and we're probably going to have so many more conversations. Sorry, whenever I do, like, a video in one take, I kind of just feel like I have to, like, word vomit on you guys, so I do apologize. But yeah. Also, I'm wearing a jacket because I literally have a dentist appointment, so wish me luck. I feel like I literally live there. I feel like that's literally my second home. It's not a flex, by the way. But yeah, like, I just feel that these victims probably are looking at these stories now and are just like, I can breathe a little bit, because I'm imagining they're living in fear. I mean, Diddy is known to literally blackmail people, pay people off, and, you know, did you guys hear about the whole Kid Cudi situation where he was allegedly, like, hooking up with Cassie or, like, messaging her or whatever, and then Diddy knew about it and sent his goons and blew up that car? That's arson. Like, literally blew up the car. Okay, so he doesn't play whatsoever. I mean, I'm sure he still has his goons and people who will fight his corner, because Diddy till the death of them, right? But I think that it's good knowing that he's at least behind bars, and, you know, but I don't know, it's just he's such a strange man, like, honestly, like, an evil man. But let's go ahead and get on into this article from Sky News. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to read the full thing. But it basically says here, Sean Diddy Combs denied bail after pleading not guilty to sex trafficking and racketeering charges. A judge has ordered Sean Diddy Combs to be sent to prison after he was indicted on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. I hope this video doesn't get demonetized, by the way, because YouTube don't play about these words. The rapper turned music mogul, age 51, was arrested by officers at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan, New York on Monday. He pled not guilty to 3 felony counts during an initial court appearance in front of the US Magistrate Judge Robin on Tuesday. But before he was denied bail and told he would be detained, and rightfully so. Take that man's ass to prison. Do you know what? Honestly speaking, I'm just so passionate about this, because I can't stand an untouchable babe, somebody who genuinely believes it could never be done. Like, their ego, like, his only drive is power, okay? He doesn't care who he hurts in the process of making it to the top. Well, baby, you're down the bottom now. Down, baby, are you down? Yeah, bitch, you're down. Like, literally where you belong. Okay, so the indictment detailed allegations dating to 2008 and accused Combs of abusing, threatening, and coercing women for years to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Guys, it's too early in the morning. Excuse my language. My first language is not English. I've been told you. It actually is. It's just, I'm making excuses now. He is accused of inducing female victims and male sex workers into drugged up, sometimes day-long sexual performances dubbed freak-offs in this indictment. Now, I do think the word freak-offs has been coined as, like, this comical thing on the internet, but I think that we need to really get on into what these freak-offs consist of, okay? It's disgusting. There's a lot of drugs in there. And what would happen is that these freak-offs would start, like, late at night and go until the next day. I didn't say the next morning, bitch. I said the next day. All right? There'd be plenty of drugs to keep them going, keep their energies up. And it's disgusting. It truthfully is disgusting. I don't think anybody's body is made to go that long. Like, I have a billion and one different questions. And what Diddy would do is pretty much ultimately, like, watch male sex workers have sex with the victims in these situations, the women, and for his own entertainment and pleasure. And he would love when the women have, like, white nails so that you can see the contrast with, like, it's very detailed, which really makes me, like, like, I already believed Cassie anyways in the lawsuit, but when she was very detailed about that, I was like, wow, that's very specific. and I see that Diddy's lawyer is trying to fight his corner. But baby, you need to just sit your ass cheeks down, because this ain't your fight. No one can try and get him out of this one. If he's free, if he's a walking free man, something sus is going on behind the scenes. But I don't even think that these police officers are ready to take this man down. These police officers are saying no to bail. Okay, you do not deserve bail, bitch. You should not be roaming the streets of New York. You shouldn't be anywhere for that matter, but behind bars, until we can gather more and more things for your case, which is 100% valid. I think it's the safest thing for anyone right now. Again, I do feel sorry for the kids, specifically the girls I'm talking about. But yeah, I think that when it comes to these freak offs, a lot of people are not understanding that it's intense. They're long sessions. They are on drugs a lot. I can imagine it being sweaty. It just isn't a pleasant thing to be a part of, let alone. But then again, for Diddy, he loves witnessing that, and that was a constant, especially for Cassie. You see, I want to say that I'm happy that Cassie's living her best life, but I don't even know if that's true. She's having to relive certain memories, and yeah, she took the money or whatever. Bitch, I'm taking the money too. What do you think this is? No offense or anything, but Cassie, you know, her name was in the media. Yeah, she had songs and stuff like that, like, but I had a long way to go, don't you wanna love me? Like, we get it, okay? But she's not like a huge star. I feel like a lot of people still weren't even aware of who she was. Had to do their own research. So she's not like a big phenomenal name in the industry, but you know, she spent so many years with P. Diddy. She witnessed so much, and girl, she took the money, and I'm not even going to question it. I don't really care, to be honest. I think that's probably the least he could do. I would have loved to have seen it go to court, but who knows? She probably thought, I might not win this one. I can provide you guys with so much evidence, but I might not win it, because that is literally what happens when it comes to the justice system, okay? Justice doesn't always prevail. All right, I hope in this case it does, but I don't think Cassie did anything bad. I think that she opened doors for other victims to come forward, and some people are probably saying that she played her cards right. I think that I'm not going to sit on here and say this is probably not the best thing to do. I think that she did what she did. I'm just happy that more people felt brave enough to come forward and share their stories. You know, P. Diddy sees it as, oh, everybody who's coming to attack me, sorry, the lawyer sees it as that. I'm sure they've had that conversation. They see it as like, oh, everyone who's coming out to attack me is people who want my money. They want my money. They are mad I turned them down. They're mad that this business venture didn't work out. No, you took the piss and you took it too far. Speaking of piss, where's Caresha? Which, did I start her? Now, I might tell a joke, but I never tell a lie. Where's Caresha? Girl, if I'm Caresha, I'm gonna, well, if I flee the country, bitch, I look suspicious. If I'm Caresha, I'm going to be thinking like, I'm not going to be able to sleep at night. And that's why you do good in this world. I'm not saying there's any perfect human being, but that's why you never overstep a line. You never do too much. Because now Caresha, whether she likes it or not, is tossing and turning at nighttime specifically and thinking, is he going to snake me? Because Caresha was there. She was on these private jets where they were playing with pink powder, okay? She knows the type of man P. Diddy is, and she loves it because she's nasty herself. Point blank, period. Did you not see the tweet of when, I can't remember what she was saying, but she was saying that I'm gonna make Diddy do this to you. Who says that? That is too specific. Like, you know what's up and you are okay with it. So if I'm Caresha, thank God I'm not, but if I'm her, I'm gonna be tossing and turning at nighttime. I'm gonna need some sleep medication. I'm gonna need something to knock me out, because I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm not gonna have a peace of mind. But you know what? You deserve to have that. If we're gonna have this conversation, we need to make sure we're having a real one about it. You deserve to be tossing and turning at nighttime because you are involved in this. You have a part to play in this. Maybe not the biggest part to play, but you are okay with co-signing Diddy's behavior. You are okay with him being your brand for like 2 years until things went left. You had the chance to go on your platform, Caresha Please, and basically say, you know what, I'm saddened to hear. Like, you couldn't even put on the act. And that's the part that makes it worse. You couldn't. You tried to do the whole crocodile tears, but baby, I'm not buying it. You knew what you were doing. You're just sad that things didn't work out in the way that you wanted, because you wanted a billionaire by your side, or because you wanted Diddy. That's not how this life works. I'm not going to associate myself with a devil. What do I look like? I'm not going to associate myself with somebody who's got several lawsuits and pending. I'm not going to do any of that just simply because I'm obsessed with money, because I'm obsessed with having the look. No, because when he drops me, what am I? We need to start being real here, okay? Them kids as well, something ain't clean in them waters, especially, what's his name again? the one that basically lives in his father's shadow. He looks exactly like him. Needs to get a life and stop trying to be his dad. What's his name? Hold on. You guys are probably screaming it through the phone right now. I'm just like, girl, I don't hear you. P. Diddy kids. What's his name? His name is King Combs. King Combs, something ain't clean in that water of yours. Whether it's tap water or bottled. But something ain't cute. Justin was also mentioned in the lawsuit. His son Justin Dior. I need to know where's Kim Porter. I don't care. I need that answered. Let's start there. Oh, but she just died because she had this, she was dealing with this behind. No. Her friends said no. That's not true. Now, do friends know everything? No. Okay. Kim Porter was on her way to literally write a book about this man. He found out, and then woo, she leaves the face of the earth. I don't mean that she was kidnapped or she's gone missing. She unfortunately died. Okay? Where is Kim Porter? What happened to Kim Porter? Alright? Because everyone's doing all this thing of like, no. I wouldn't put anything past this man. And granted, he might not get his hands dirty. He might have his goons doing his work. Alright? Anyways, his lawyer, Mark, said outside the courthouse on Tuesday morning that Combs wouldn't plead not guilty and that he would fight like hell to try to get his client released from custody. You might want to fight like hell, but bitch, you deserve to be in hell too. Yeah, I don't say that loosely. I try to be careful what it is that I say because, that statement is quite a heavy one. But if you check out Diddy or P did it, P, get it? Like P, because he loves to piss on Carisha, which is disgusting as hell, by the way. I don't care. Like, yes, I just kink shamed. If you love them golden showers, bitch, like, you are a different breed of nasty. And that's why I'm trying to say Carisha is going, like, if she ain't going down, like, is he gonna snitch on her? Like, because my thing is, if I know I'm going down, respectfully, disrespectfully, I'm taking the rest of you guys down with me too. Oh, I'm not about to be sitting in this jail cell and you guys are living cushy out there. No, babes, you're coming down with me too. Way down we go. Can this lip gloss come out, please? Like, you're coming down with me. You're gonna love who you turned out to be. Hang in there, baby. No, seriously though, you're gonna have to hang in there. And you know what? That is probably the best place for him. He's a demon, he's a monster, and you should not be walking the streets. And girl, we shouldn't have to live in fear because of someone like you. So yeah, you can keep on trying to fight like hell, but these people ain't joking. Like, they literally have cases pending. They have cases they're working on, not just the one, not just the two, not just the three. There's a lot of things. I feel like they're just not giving the general public right now. In a press conference this afternoon, U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams, said, "I'm not taking anything off the table," when asked about more charges being brought against Combs and his associates, adding, "We are not done." Did you hear that? Excuse my French. He's not playing. And he wants you to know more is on the way. Just wait. You wait. We're going to do our job. In due time, we're gonna come and tell you guys what's going on. But we're not done. Hence why he doesn't deserve bail. God, you know what? Look, as I'm saying all of this, yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for the little young ones. It's sad. All their passports have been seized. Bitch, they're not allowed to. They're literally freeing up their passport. Like, girl, we ain't gonna travel. Like, bring him home. No, I'm so sorry. It's unfortunate that you were birthed into these kind of scenarios, and you can't pick a parent at all, but this is just what it is, and I feel bad. Anyways, Mr. Williams alleged that Combs used his business empire to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. And there's many more things, okay? And can I just mention that everything we've literally just mentioned in this little statement alone, he's done it several times. So whether it's the arson, whether it's the bribery, whether it's the SA, whether it's the forced labor, like, this man is simply nasty, okay? He doesn't like it when people don't do what he says. I think that he's let money get to his head tremendously, and I think people are scared of powerful people. We shouldn't be, but I understand why we are. I think that a lot of them love to dangle a carrot in our faces and make it seem like, oh, without them we can't live, without them we'll never get jobs, we'll never be taken seriously in Hollywood. And I think a lot of people have unfortunately fallen for that. but they're taking back the power now, you know, and making their statements now, and rightfully so. And I'm listening. I'm tuned in. The incitement also alleges that Combs uses employees including high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff to facilitate the freak-offs. Arrest them. Don't let them out. Locked up. Arrest them. Put them behind bars. Sit there. Make it make sense for me, babes. Oh yeah, you can't. Maybe it's Maybelline. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Like, I can't be in an environment that's toxic. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to. I don't care how much money this person is paying me. They're probably even paying me more to keep myself. Do you know what? They're probably paying these people more to not say anything. Come back to work tomorrow. Just a normal day in the Combs household. Come back tomorrow. I'll pay you double. Like, when you have that much money, Jesus Christ, just fling out any different sum. Like, it's mad. Absolutely mad. I don't want this video to be too long, so let's just, you know, continue on this video. Mr. Williams said they booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lightings. These people ain't playing. And can I just mention, if I haven't mentioned it already, there was 1,000 bottles of baby oil found. Go and find God. Go and find help. I was going to say, I don't know if God's got this one, but that's between you and God, okay? Baptism. But then again, I feel like, nah, none of that, man. Prison. Go and find your prison, babe. You know, you might be in the cells where you finally find the man of your dream. Maybe you can finally truthfully live as you please, okay? I'm sorry, but it's the lights for me. But you guys are bringing ring lights from Amazon, TikTok Shop, eBay. Yeah, billionaires use eBay too. What do you think this is? Like, lights. Because the rooms are so dark, but I want to have like one particular set of lighting so I can see the male sex workers against the women, because that's just, what? Why are you aroused by that? Like, you're a demon. Can we just call him what he is? A demon. Like, there's no shaking him and telling him to get together. Get it together. Fix this. You can't change him. This is who he is. In the words of Demi Lovato, this is real. This is me. Like, you can't save this person. So yeah, lock him up. Lock him. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers, of course. Mr. Williams also said that Combs often recorded the freak-offs and used the recordings as collateral against the victims. I'm not surprised whatsoever. You know, I'm not surprised whatsoever, and that's why a lot of them just kept it hushed and kept it shrim. I can't imagine the trauma these people have dealt with. I cannot imagine it. I hope that they are able to sleep a little bit better at night now. But then it's like, we don't know what the future has to hold. There is no statement saying that P. Diddy's going down or anything. It's still an ongoing case, and it's going to take probably a couple months, even years. But yeah, I mean, the phones, the laptops, like, what? And then didn't his son King Combs at one point, if I'm not mistaken here, yeah, but it's either a tweet or an Instagram story, didn't he mention like they didn't find the laptop though, something like that? What? Are you stupid? Like, rich kids sometimes, yeah, rich kids annoy the hell out of me. Like, just go and live in your father's shadow. In fact, do you want to do that? You're probably doing it anyways. Oh my god. And the reason why I'm going so heavy specifically on King Combs is the fact that there's a Breakfast Club interview that's resurfaced, and it was years and years and years ago, right? And you can just tell he wants to be just like his dad. And I know a lot of sons want to be like their, oh no, probably shouldn't, but you know, boys want to be like their dads when they grow up. But Jesus, he literally idolizes his father. They dance the same, they walk the same, they talk the same, bitch. I'm like, girl. Anyways, yeah. So Combs maintained control of his victims by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance. Remember with Cassie, like, she shaved, you know, side of her hair and everything. That's just one example. I can understand why people would fall into believing these things. You know, you've got a mogul businessman in front of you saying that I'm gonna take away this and take away that. You're not gonna have a house. You just keep your mouth shut, you're not gonna have that. Like, that's just insane to me, literally. The drugs allegedly used by Combs, which include ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, were intended to keep victims obedient, and that's disgusting. Like, disgusting. Like, as I read this, yeah, because I read briefly on it and everything, but I wanted to, like, save it for this video. As I read this, I genuinely just can't stop laughing at the fact that he is in a place he never thought he would be in, and that to me brings me so much joy. But for how long, I don't know. And I wasn't gonna make this video. You're probably thinking, Keisha, why? Yes, it's like the whole, like, looking at him scares the hell out of me, but like, I wasn't gonna make this video just because I knew how dark it was gonna get and how detailed and descriptive we were gonna get. And I know so many people have dealt with so many things in their lives, and they come to my channel for just pure entertainment and just like hearing different stories, you know, more light-hearted ones. But we have to tap into these stories, we do. I just feel really bad for the kids. Innocent people around them who genuinely had no clue what was going on. When Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs. And Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims at times by the head. You know what? I hope that he gets beat up in prison. And will. And will. That is the best place for him to be. You can go and make music with, I don't know if you're going to share the same cell as R. Kelly. We're not going to go ahead and compare which crimes are worse. You do the crime, bitch, you go and do the time. Sit your arse cheeks over there, yeah, in your orange jumpsuit, and you stay there. We're not going to miss Diddy, not one bit. Good riddance. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's literally over for you. Like, it's wraps for you. I would love to be in the mind of Diddy right now. I would love to know, what is he thinking? Like, damn, they got me. I would love to be a fly in the wall when he was arrested. Call me crazy. The indictment alleges that the victim did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse. That's true, because he would blackmail them and send his goons to literally go and stalk them and watch them. And he did that to Cassie as well. P. Diddy was recognized as one of the most influential figures. Shut up. I'm finished this. I'm finished. I'm like, just generally shut up. I don't want to hear how influential he is. I hate how his lawyer's trying to do the whole black thing. Let's not bring race into this. He's a black man. He did a bloody black thing. Like, you did the darkest of darkest things. Now, bitch, you do the time. Go and do the time. Stop trying to, I plead not guilty. Babes, you did it. You did it. Own up to it. Still wouldn't respect you, but own up to it. Move forward in life, yeah? Stop trying to be in that same place. Babes, you did it. What are you talking about, Keisha? I'm talking about everything. Please, 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 in his words of Sabrina Carpenter, please, please, please go and do your research, people, okay? There's too many things to break down in this video. There's way too many accusations. Please, all right? There is an alleged, oh my God, I listened to it, unfortunately. There is like a voice recording of like him having, you know what, with allegedly Meek Mill. And there's AI, there's, I don't know what to believe. It does sound like them. But you never know what to believe. Do you know how that got out there and leaked? Because he just has a slappable face, an absolute slappable. Sorry, did I say slappable? A punchable face. He's a disgusting, demonic being, and the best place for someone like that is behind bars. And truthfully, that's where it should end for him. Like, it's not just. Like, yeah, it's the physical abuse, it's the sex trafficking, it's all of those things as well. It's even him just using people's vocals without their permission. Not paying them. You have no original bone in your body. You have to rely on other people for your own progression. And that's just what the tea is. And you know it. You're a sore loser. Anyways, I feel like Diddy knew the end was coming. The end was coming, and I'm not talking about death. I'm talking about in terms of his career, in terms of him having to hang it up, literally, and put your hand behind your back. Because, bitch, I need to arrest you. You know, like, I think that he genuinely knew his days were coming, and, you know, what will be, for sure. I just hope that he gets sent down for a very, very, very long time, and I hope that he is made to feel publicly embarrassed. I hope that he feels the way the victims felt when you literally messed up their lives and for so long was their thought process. You know, like a lot of people were thinking like, damn, is Diddy gonna be out to get me? Like a lot of people lived in fear. Living in fear is not it. Leaving your house and questioning, is someone going to literally grab me or follow me down the street? You know, these are real life people you've hurt tremendously, and now it's time that they hurt you by, you know, and when I mean hurt you, I mean hurt you in a way because you never believed you'll be in a situation. So let them hurt you and take you down, rightfully so. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, I don't know, this story is intense. And I think if you know about the intensity of this, then you'll know why I feel this way. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go to my appointment now. I feel like I literally live in a dentist, which is just not funny. Like, it's actually not funny. Thank God I love my dentist and everything. But I feel like I've been going there so much recently. For anyone wondering, no, I do not have veneers. No shade or anything, but I just don't. I just go there because I feel like I have so many like things that other dentists did wrong. So like, you didn't ask, did you? I just thought I'd share anyways. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think about my personal takes? What do you think about the kids? And what do you think about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Now, bitch, what brand is it? I would love to know. Is it Baby Johnson's? I wonder how much money he's giving them. Them baby oils, like, brother, just shut up and sit down. Brother love, no, brother. You're a disgusting excuse of a human being, and I don't talk about anybody like this. Oh my god, oh my god. Would never would I ever. Never have I ever. But you just deserve to literally rot, and that's just what it is, mate, okay? But we will see what comes from this case, and yes, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye-bye.